morning everyone. Welcome to Cambridge Library Online Storytime. You can't come to us, so we're going to come to you. My name's Melissa and I've got some very special things today. We've got some stories about Australian animals and I'm going to get someone to teach me how to say Australian animal names without any words, just with my hands. But before we do that, as we always start off story time here, we have to switch on our ears. So can you do that too? Can you touch your ears? Can you give them a wiggle? Can you give them a jiggle? Can you touch them with your shoulders? And push your shoulders right down. Can you touch them with your shoulders and do some great big circles going forwards? This is very good for waking up your brain. But we've got to keep balance, so we have to go backwards. Can you roll your shoulders backwards? Well done. But let's make it a bit tricky. Let's roll our shoulders and count at the same time. It's called multitasking. We're very good at that at story time. So we're going to move our shoulders going forwards and we'll count to this many. How many is this many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. And remember, we've got to go backwards, but this time we're going to count backwards. We'll start off with number 5. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's see if we can do it the tricky way, and we'll get all the grown-ups who are watching as well to join in. We're going to do one shoulder at a time. This shoulder goes to the front. Are you ready? Let's do 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one goes to the back. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's put it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. You've woken up your brain. You've woken up your ears. And I think you've woken up your shoulders as well. Can you flutter your fingers on your shoulders? Can you flutter them on your nose? Can you flutter them on your elbows? And all the way down to your toes. Can you make your hands grow tall as a tree and wide as a gate and small as a mouse? Tall as a tree, wide as a gate and small as a mouse. Now can you sing with me? Can you put your hands up like this? Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, lay them in your lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them, right up to your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not pop them in. Roll them, roll them, roll them, roll them, roll them just like this. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, blow a little kiss. Build them, build them, build them, build them, make a little house. Tiptoe, 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 quiet as a mouse. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them, right up to your cheeks. Cover up your little eyes, then give a little peek. Boom! Now, can you do it without your hands? Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little wink. Open, shut them, open, shut them, blink, 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 blink. Well done. We've got one more way, the tricky way to do it. We have to start off with our hands like this. Can you show me your hands like this? Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, Open, shut them, open, shut them, lay them in your lap. It's fun doing things the opposite way. Sometimes when you're reading a story, you might look at the pictures and say, oh yes, I can see the birds flying in the sky. But then when you have a close look, the birds are flying upside down. Next time you have a look in your books, have a really good look at all the pictures and see if you can see all the secret things that the authors and the illustrators have put in. But now we're going to do some special animals. We're going to do some Australian animals, and I'm going to get my friend Britt to come over and teach me how to do some animal signs. So she can talk to you with her fingers and she can tell you the name. So, come on, Britt.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Can you show me how to make the sound of the name of an animal who goes like this? Boing, boing, boing.
Is that a kangaroo?
It is. Well done. Can you show me how you do it with your hands?
Yes. Our hands go like this. That's right. With our thumbs out.
Thumbs out, okay.
And our paws down.
Paws down.
And we go kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
That's right. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Kangaroo.
Let's do it. We'll have to do it without any sound, just like if you're deaf. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to know what we're saying. Are you ready? Well done. Well done. Can you tell me another one? Can you teach me another one?
Would you like to learn Kookaburra?
Oh, yes. Yes. What sound does a kookaburra make? I heard some kookaburras on my window yesterday. I think there were 3 outside. They sounded a bit like this. Now, Britt's going to show me how to say kookaburra in sign language.
Okay, this one's a little bit difficult. We're going to take these 3 fingers.
These 3 fingers.
How many fingers is that, Melissa?
Oh, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
Okay.
We're going to put them in front of our mouth.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the sign for Kookaburra. That's right. So you jump your fingers 2 times.
Okay.
Ready? That's very good.
Well done. Thank you very much. I feel really good learning something new. Is there another animal that you can teach us?
We can learn the sign for wombat.
Ah, I like wombats.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, both hands.
Both hands, okay.
We're going to use our middle 3 fingers.
I got it right this time.
Curl them over.
Curl them over.
So they're our little wombat claws.
All right.
They're going to come into our chest.
Okay.
And just like a wombat walks, we're going to walk our fingers 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Let's do it again.
Okay. Yay! We're really good wombats. Did we do kangaroos?
Ready?
Okay. Kangaroos. Okay.
Thumbs out.
Thumbs out. Yes. Okay. Now, let's see if we can do a rhyme at the same time as we're holding our kangaroo paws. Are you ready? Kangaroo, kangaroo, turn around. Can you do this too, Britt?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go. Kangaroo, kangaroo, turn around. Kangaroo, kangaroo, hop on the ground. Kangaroo, kangaroo, bounce your tail. And kangaroo, kangaroo, oh, watch out for the snail. Are you ready? Kangaroo, kangaroo, turn around. Kangaroo, kangaroo, hop on the ground. Kangaroo, kangaroo, paws in your pouch. Kangaroo, kangaroo, don't step on the mouse. Kangaroo, kangaroo, stamp your feet. Kangaroo, kangaroo, skip to the beat. Kangaroo, kangaroo, we love you so. But kangaroo, kangaroo, it's time to go. We'll say goodbye, Britt. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye, Melissa.
Thank you. Well, let's see. Before I sit down, maybe I'll get a book to read. There's a very special kangaroo in our story. And this is Joey. He's a special story written by Sally Morgan and Amberlynn Kramerlin. And it starts off like this. Are you ready? Can you see all the pages? Here we go. Sun glides, dark hides, and Joey wakes. Number 1. Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. I can see one Kookaburra laughing, said Joey. Grass rustles, insects bustle, and Joey drinks. Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. 2 frogs splashing. Splash, splash. Wind blows and dust flows, and Joey blinks. Hey, Joey, what can you see? Said Mother. 3 emus nesting. Clouds rush, rainbow drops gush, and Joey stares. What can he see? Snap, snap, snap. Joey, what have you found? Said Mum. Oh, 4 crocodiles hatching, said Joey. Trees quake, leaves shake, and Joey shivers. Ooh. Can you shiver? Ooh. What can you see, Joey? Asked his mother. 5 lizards climbing. Can you find 5 lizards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thunder crashes, lightning flashes, and Joey races. Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. I can see 6 dingoes hiding, said Joey. Storm slows, rainbows glows, and Joey hops. Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. 7 magpies flying, said Joey. Sun glides, shadows glide, and Joey scratches. Little Joey, what can you see? Asked his mother. 8 possums, and they're feasting, said Joey, eating delicious apples. Light falls, night calls, and Joey sniffs. Can you sniff? Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. 9 owls. Stars gleam. Little Joey, what can you see? Said his mother. 10 kangaroos dreaming. Eyes shut. Shh. We don't want to wake up the kangaroos. And that's the end of our story. I've got another story for us to read. But before I start one, a very special one about the book club, we might do one song. We had a bird, a very noisy bird last time, didn't we? The Kookaburra. And I know a song. Maybe you know this one too. And you can sing along as well. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop, leave some there for me. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, counting all the monkeys he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop. Me. Now, you might know another one about some monkeys, some cheeky monkeys, 5 cheeky monkeys. Can you do the actions with me? He's sitting in the tree, teasing Miss Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and snap! 4 cheeky monkeys sitting in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and snap! 3 cheeky monkeys sitting in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and snap! How many cheeky monkeys have we got left? 2 cheeky monkeys. 2 cheeky monkeys sitting in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and snap! 1 cheeky monkey sitting in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and snap! How many cheeky monkeys have we got? No cheeky monkeys. Shh, we better tiptoe past the tree. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Whew, I think we just got away at the right time. We might do one more rhyme before we have our special story, because there are some other Australian animals. One of them looks a little bit like this. Do you know what animal this one is? This one is an emu. Can you make an emu head? Just like this? Walking along like this? Here is an emu, straight and tall, nodding his head above us all. Here is an echidna, prickly and small, rolling around into a tight ball. Here is a spider, scuttling about, treading so lightly on the ground. And here are some birds that fly so high, spreading their wings across the sky. And here are some children fast asleep. Here at night, the owls do peep. Do you think you could do those actions with me? Let's do it again. We'll start off with an emu. Are you ready? Here is the emu, straight and tall, nodding his head above them all. And here is the echidna, prickly and small, rolling himself into a tight ball. And here is a spider, scuttling around, treading so lightly on the ground. And here are the birds that fly so high, spreading their wings across the sky. And here are the children fast asleep, here at night where the owls do peep. But there's lots of different animals who've come together in the bush, and they've got a special club, a special book club. They all like to read, except for one animal. Margaret Wilde wrote this one, and Bed and Woods did the beautiful illustrations. And it starts off like this. Everyone, except Bilby, belong to the Bush Book Club. Echidna, Echidna loves reading snug in bed with platters of ants and buttered bread. And Kangaroo loved reading as she was hopping along, trying not to fall into the billabong. Koala loved reading the old gum tree, enchanted by tales of fantasy. Crocodile loved stories that made him cry. He sniffled and snuffled, and he sobbed and he sighed. He really loved stories. But Bilby couldn't keep still long enough to read more than a sentence or two. He wriggled and he jiggled, he twiddled and he fiddled, he skipped and he hopped and he flipped and he flopped. One afternoon, when the Bush Club meeting was on as usual, Bilby played on his own. He did a headstand, he did a handstand, a somersault, and 2 cartwheels. He sighed. What can he do now? Well, he wandered over to the clubhouse and he peeked in through through the window. Oh, what do you think he saw? Everyone inside was smiling and chattering and swapping books. Well, Bilby crept in and he hid behind a bookcase. He listened, and everyone was talking about the books they loved. He'd never heard of any of them. Well, he was so bored, he closed his eyes and he fell fast asleep. When he woke up, it was dark and everyone had gone home. The door was locked. The windows were locked. Help! But no one came. So he switched on the lamp and he looked around for something to do. Oh, there was nothing to do. There was just books. Books and books and more books. So he made a tower out of the books. A fort, a great wall, 3 houses. He made a maze out of books. He made stepping stones. He even made a bridge. He played with all the books until there was not one on the shelves. And he twitched, and he twirled, and he jumped, and he bumped. He flicked his ears, nibbled his tail. He sighed. Now what? Because there was nothing else to do, he picked up a book. It was called The Terrifying Adventures of Big Brave Bilby. Oh. Bilby read the first sentence. He read the second sentence, the third, and the fourth. He turned the pages slowly at first, and then faster and faster. It was a scary story to read at night. His eyes grew big. He shuddered with fright. But he couldn't stop reading. He had to find out how Big Brave Bilby escaped from a river of crocodiles, defeated a pack of snarling dingoes, and rescued a family of possums from the bushfire. And as the sun was starting to come up, Bilby said, "The end." Very sorry he finished the book. He wanted it to last forever. He put all the books back on the bookshelf except one, and he waited for the members of his stomach rumbled, but his head was full of words and stories. "What are you doing here?" said Echidna. "I've been reading the best book." "Would you like to join the club?" said Koala. "Oh, yes, please," said Bilby. And he hurried home to eat breakfast and read more terrifying adventures of Brave Bilby. And that's the end. Maybe you've got a book in your house that you can read. You can look at all the pictures. And if you don't know all the words, you can make up your own story. And maybe you can invite all the people in your house to join a book club with you. They can read their favourite story and tell you all about it. And you can tell your favourite one to them as well. I know a rhyme about a Bilby, Barry Bilby. And he had great big long ears. Can you show me great big long ears? Little Barry Bilby had a fly upon his nose. Oh, little Barry Bilby had a fly upon his nose. Little Barry Bilby had a fly upon his nose, so he flipped it and it flopped it and it flew right away. Little Barry Bilby had a very floppy ear. Oh dear. Little Barry Bilby had a very floppy ear. Oh dear. Little Barry Bilby had a very floppy ear, so he flipped it and he flopped it and it stood straight up. Little Barry Bilby had a cold upon his chest. Little Barry Bilby had a cold upon his chest. Little Barry Bilby had a cold upon his chest, so he rubbed it with camphorated oil. I think he's all better now, and I think he might like to hear one more story today. This is a story about another bird, not a kookaburra, but this is a bird that you see at night time. He's got very big eyes. I wonder what animal, what bird that could be. Let's see if you guessed right. Now, can you see? I think this might be an owl. Little Owl, written by Philip Gwynn and illustrated by Sandy O'Kaley. Let's see. Put out by Working Title Press. And it starts off like this. Little Owl fell out of his nest, down through the tree. When he opened his eyes, for the very first time, he cried, "Who, who, who am I?" Little Owl, he nibbled on a flower like the hungry sugar glider. But when he opened his beak, out came a whoop, and the sugar glider soared away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Next, he hung upside down like the bats from the branches. But when he opened his beak, out came a hoot, and the bat swooped away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl climbed down the tree, just like the koala with his baby. But when he opened his beak, out came a hoot, and the koala scurried away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl spread his wings out wide, just like the dragonfly in the sun. But when he opened his beak, out came a hoot, and the dragonflies flit away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl scratched at the ground, just like the cranky cockatoo. But when he opened up his beak, out came hoot, and the cockatoo strutted away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl stretched out his neck like the long-legged emu. Can you stretch out your neck? But when he opened up his beak, out came a hoot, and the emu dashed away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl puffed himself up like the spiky echidna. But when he opened up his beak, out came a hoot, and the echidna bristled away. Who am I? Asked Little Owl. Little Owl sang by the billabong like the croaky green frog. Can you croak like a frog? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. But when the little owl opened up his beak, out came a hoot, and the frog hopped away. As the sun went down and the moon rose high, Little Owl looked up at the stars and began to cry, "Oh, who am I? I'm not a sugar glider that soars or a bat that swoops. I'm not a koala that scurries or a dragonfly that flits. I'm not a cockatoo that struts or an emu that dashes, and I'm not an echidna that bristles or a frog that hops. When I open up my beak, out comes a hoo. From out of the dark there came a reply. Hoo, 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 hoo. Who? Who are you? Asked Little Owl. I'm an owl just like you, said Mother Owl, and I've been looking for you everywhere. It's time to come home, Little Owl. And Mother Owl and Little Owl flew back to their nest, where they hooted the night away. And that's the end of our story. Now, there was a wise old owl who lived up in a tree. He sat upon a branch so all the world he'd see. He looked at a snake, and he looked at a bee. He looked at a mouse, but he winked at me. Can you do that too? There was a wise old owl who lived up in a tree. He sat on a branch so all the world he could see. He looked at a snake, and he looked at a bee. He looked at a mouse, but he winked at me. Now, can you put your hands together? Can you make them swim? Barramundi, barramundi, cockatoo, cockatoo, cuddly koala, kangaroo, kangaroo. Do you think you could do those actions with me? We'll make a fish. Are you ready? Barramundi, barramundi, cockatoo, cockatoo, cuddly koala, kangaroo, kangaroo. Thank you very much for joining us for story time at Cambridge Library. I hope you listen in again, and maybe when you go outside today, you can see how many different birds. See if you can find any birds that we had in our story. You might have to listen really hard, and you might hear a kookaburra.